Welcome back to Scrapbooking 101 with Arden Creative Studio. In this video, we are talking about embellishments for your scrapbook pages. Embellishments are the decorative elements that can add detail and dimension to your scrapbook pages. So these can be things like stickers or rub-ons, ephemera, or decorative tape. You can also make your own embellishments with cutting dies and a die cutting machine. Now, many paper collections will also have a matching set of embellishments available, which really makes it easy to coordinate by color and theme. So let's have a look at some of the different kinds of embellishments that you might find. And we can start with ephemera. So ephemera is a kind of catch-all word for paper or even vellum embellishments that you simply attach to your page with glue or even foam tape if you want a little bit of extra dimension. So these could be things like frames or tickets or some words or images. And these are all really easy to attach and incorporate into your layout. Now, some ephemera will come in packages like we've seen here. Others may come on a roll, like this ephemera here, which you would just simply cut with scissors, or you could tear it, or some of the elements are perforated and those will just separate really easily. Now, some ephemera will come in paper collections too. So you may have options for die cut punch out elements included in the paper pack itself, which is really handy. What other kinds of embellishments are available? Well, laser cuts are a really fun type of embellishment to incorporate into your pages too. And these are laser cut elements that are on sheets like these, and you would simply punch these out from the backing sheet and then glue them onto your project. And again, these will come in coordinated sets, so you have lots of different embellishments to work with. So stickers are a familiar paper crafting embellishment and very easy to use. Alphabet stickers are a classic, and you can find them in a variety of fonts and styles, and they're really easy to work with. You could adhere them in kind of an uneven, playful manner, or you could line them up. Now, I have a trick for lining up elements on a page, and you can grab a ruler and align your stickers on the edge of the ruler, like so, and then simply press this portion down onto your paper and kind of roll that ruler away, and you have a nice straight line on there. So just a little trick to keep in mind when you're working with your alphabet stickers. Rub-ons are another classic, and these are a lot of fun to work with as well. Again, they'll come in a themed package. The package will often include an applicator here. It looks like a popsicle stick or craft stick. And that's what you can use to burnish your design in place. So these work just like the rub-ons you may remember from your childhood. I have to say, they've definitely improved not only in quality, but also style. So you'll use scissors to cut out the image from the main sheet. Now, when you do this, be sure to keep the liner on that sheet. You'll have the two sides of this together. And then all you need to do is remove that liner, position your element wherever you want it to go on your paper, smooth this down. It does have a little bit of stick to it, so it won't go sliding around. And then take that applicator and gently but firmly burnish it in place. So you'll go over all of the areas here, especially around those outside edges, those detail elements, and burnish the design in place. And then what you can do is gently and slowly peel back this top layer. And I say gently and slowly because if you discover there's a portion that has not transferred, you can simply place this back and continue burnishing. And then once you lift this off, you'll find that you have your element in place. And this is a really nice way of adding some design to your background papers or your other embellishments, like maybe some ephemera. Now, decorative tape, often called PET tape, is another really fun embellishment to use. And you can find PET tape with a continuous pattern, like I have on this roll, or you may find it as a kiss cut element, which is where you have kind of stickers that you can simply pull right off. They're individual peel and stick images. Now, these are also really fun to use. Simply pull off the liner and you can position it in place on your background paper. And you can see some of the variety of styles here. Now, these images can also be colored with alcohol markers or inks too. So you have some room for personalization in there as well. Now, craft dies allow you to cut embellishments from whatever paper you want and as many times as you want. You will need a die cutting machine for this, and the process goes like this. So, these will be stuck with tape on the back of the package. You'll simply remove one of the cutting dies, and these are metal dies, and then position it down onto your cardstock or paper. Secure it down with some low tack tape, run it through your die cutting machine, and then you will have the coordinating piece, and for example, a leaf that looks like this. And you can glue this onto your page. So you can cut this from whatever cardstock color or patterned paper that you have on hand. Super easy to use and a really great investment too. So these are just a few of the different kinds of embellishments that you'll find. As for incorporating them onto your pages, there are a few design principles that can also be useful. First, the rule of uneven numbers is helpful when you want to decide how many embellishments to put on a page or in a grouping. So, for example, 1, 3, or even 5 items just looks pleasing to the human eye. So, for example, here I have 3 ephemera elements tucked inside this envelope, and I have a grouping of 3 ephemera pieces up here at the top corner of my photo. Here you can also see some of those alphabet stickers down at the bottom of my page as well. Now, triangle positioning is another useful trick to have on hand, especially when positioning small elements like this little cluster here. Again, you'll notice it's 3 ephemera buttons and they're all overlapping. Overlapping is another great technique to keep in mind. So, for example, you may overlap some word ephemera on top of a rub-on, which is on top of a die cut element. Then another option is to focus on creating a balanced composition. And here you can have a look at spreading the embellishments across your page or across a double page spread. So for example, I have some of that PET tape top and bottom corner to corner on this double page spread. And finally, layering really helps to add depth and dimension to your project. You can create overlapping clusters like I have here. I've got some word ephemera overlapping my photo and then also tucked underneath. And then again, another overlapping element here. This is all positioned on top of a rub-on that's on my background paper. A little cluster up here at this top corner is also some ephemera layered up with foam tape as well as overlapping onto my photo. So just a few options for you when you're incorporating those embellishments to your scrapbook pages. Do keep in mind that some embellishments you may find may not be acid-free and lignin-free. And in this case, it's really important that you have a look on the packaging itself where they will tell you if it's acid-free and lignin-free. So something to keep in mind if that is important to you. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll catch you later for even more Scrapbooking 101.